All right. Well, it's because everything's different every day, right? So, okay. So let's begin laying down on the back then. Won't
Yes.
be any funny ideas.
Good one.
All right. So I'm gonna mute us and then we'll just dive in. Continue. All right. Okay. So give the body a little shake, just kind of the arms kind of wiggle, let the legs kind of wiggle. And then let yourself settle into laying down. And take a nice big breath in through the nose. Release the breath through the mouth. And then allow the mouth to close. Breathe in and out just through the nose. And start to even out the length and the pace of the breath. Not worrying about anything else that's happened before or that has to happen after class. We're not worried about that. Just noticing quality of breath, how it's moving, where it's moving to. And try to find a little bit more to the inhale, a little bit more to the exhale with each round of breath, even if it's just a teeny tiny little bit, just adding a little bit. And then observing the movement patterns in the body that accompany the breath. So as we inhale, feeling the belly lift and expand and widen. Feel the chest lift. And then as we exhale, feel all of these spaces just soften down. So just observing this natural and sweet ebb and flow of the prana as it moves in and out. Right, and this is the place we come back to over and over in our physical practice, right? Things get a little bit challenging. We can come back to this place. You know, hopefully we can keep it throughout practice, but if the mind wanders and things get hard, it's okay to just pause and come back. Just taking the time to ask yourself what you need this morning, right? And maybe it's just to keep routine, right? Maybe it's to work a little bit harder. Maybe it's to be a little bit more soft and gentle with yourself. But, you know, checking in and asking, seeing what comes up. And doing a scan of the body from the crown of the head down to the toes. Noticing the skin of the forehead. Allowing the skin of the forehead to soften, right? Thinking of the eyebrows like they can gently move away from one another, allowing this little space between the brows to soften, the skin beside the eyes to soften. Release and relax the jaw. Give a little wiggle of the lower part of the jaw from side to side. And gently walk the shoulders down and away from the ears. And again, notice the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. Feel the upper back resting and supported on the mat. Notice the little natural curve in the low back. And feel the hips heavy on the ground. Feel the arms heavy, the legs heavy. Feel the whole body supported here by the mat, by the floor, by the earth. Again, listen to the breath. Notice the little whispery sound. Feel the sensation of the breath brushing on the back of the throat. Right, breath moves and sounds like waves. Start to invite a little bit of movement into the body. Just a little wiggle to the fingers, a little wiggle to the toes. And then slowly with the in-breath, reach the arms up and overhead. Let's take a nice big full body stretch. Reach the arms back. Reach the legs out long in front of you. And then as we exhale, let's hug the knees into the chest. Give the legs a little squeeze in towards the body. A little rock from side to side. Set the feet to the floor, move the hips over to the right. Let our left leg stretch out long, hug our right knee into the chest, breathe in. And then as we exhale, take the right leg across the body. Walk left shoulder from under the chest, right shoulder melts down. Breathe. Check in here, notice if there's any new areas of stiffness or tightness or discomfort. Personally, I'm a little out of practice this week. I haven't really done very much but work the last few days, so everything's really tight. And then come back to center. Shift the hips back to the middle and then over to the left. Let the right leg stretch out long, hug the left knee into the chest, breathe in. Use the exhale to support the twist. Find a little space, move the right shoulder over to the right, left shoulder comes down. Breathe here. So these areas that feel a little bit more tight, a little bit more stiff, can we think of the prana, think of the breath moving into these spaces. And then slowly back to center. Move the hips back to the middle of the mat. Right. From here, draw the right knee into the chest once again, and then cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then just move this right leg back and forth a couple of times. Right, waking up that right hip flexors. Lower part of the abdomen, outer hip. And then take another breath in. Use the exhalation, draw the left knee towards the chest. Interlace the hands behind the thigh. Give a little squeeze of the left leg towards the body. Draw the toes back towards the shins. Give a little flex to the feet. And now breathe down into that right hip. Gentle inhale, gentle exhale. Extend left leg up towards the sky. Circle the left ankle around a couple of times. And then in the other direction. And then point and flex that foot. It should feel like a little bit of work, right? Or maybe even a lot, depending. And then spread and scrunch the toes. And then relax the leg, rebend the knee. And then release left foot down, switch sides. Right foot to the floor, hug left knee into the chest. And then cross left foot over the right thigh. And then give a little sway of that left leg a couple of times. And then take a breath in. Exhale, hug the right thigh in towards the chest. Interlace the hands behind the right leg. Give it a little squeeze towards the body. Breathe down into that left hip. Okay. Breath is still relaxed. Face is soft. Shoulders are soft. And then inhale, reach the right leg up. Circle the right ankle around a few times. And then in the other direction. And then point and flex that right foot a couple of times. And then spread and scrunch the toes. And then relax the foot, rebend the knee, hold here, breathe in. And then release, right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor, heel toe the feet as wide as the mat. Slightly, very slightly angle the toes in so the outer edge of the foot lines up with the outer edge of the mat. Just let the hands rest on the belly here, low belly below the navel. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, drop our knees over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Last time, exhale, drop the knees over to the left, pause here. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Bend and hold on to the forearms or elbows. And then draw the awareness through the right side. Feel the right lung expand and widen. Feel the breath moving down the right side body. Some of us will stay here. Some of us will take the left foot on top of the right thigh. Hold. Right, that doesn't work for your low back or your knees. You're going to keep the feet on the floor. Slowly soften, release the arms, drop the foot down if it's on top of the knee. Take the knees back to center. And exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Go ahead, flex the feet. Maybe you stay here. Maybe the right foot comes on top of the left thigh. Right, up to you. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Hold on to the forearms or elbows. This time, breath moves down the left side. Again, where can I soften? Where can I let go a little bit? Perhaps the jaw. And then slowly release the arms down. Take the knees back up to center. Give your knees a little squeeze into the chest. And then let's roll over to the side. Gently press yourself up. We'll make our way into a child's pose. Right, you can always pad the knees with a blanket, or if your knees are sensitive when they bend really deeply like this, you can take a blanket behind the thigh, in between the knee, the calf, and the back of the leg, right? So maybe a little cushioning here, toes together, knees apart. Sink the hips back and down towards the heels, right? And then let the arms walk out long in front of you. Let the belly spill down between the legs. So let's just let the arms relax for a moment. Let the pressure just rest in the center of the brow. Take a few cycles of breath here. Walk the hands over to the left side of the mat here. So hands come out onto the floor. And then take the right hand over the left. Right, breathe down the right side body. Feel that right hip sink down a little bit more. Big stretch through the right side. And then walk over to the left side of the mat. Same thing. Left hand over the right hand. Big stretch through the left side body. Left hip weighs down a little bit. And then come back to center. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Right? It's your pants. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward, lengthen through the sides of the waist, tailbone lifts. Exhale, curl the tailbone down, round through the back, press the earth away, drop the head. Again, inhale, lift, lengthen, widen, heart forward. Exhale, round it up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Find a nice flat back here. Slide the right toes back behind you, and then reach that right heel back. Give a little bounce. And then just press into the hands, reach that heel back. Feel that big old stretch right in the back of the knee, right at the top of the calf. Breathe. Inhale, shift it forward slightly so the hip is over that left knee, and then float the right leg just to the height of the hip. Now be mindful that it doesn't open up, right? Inner right thigh turning up, right heel reaching back. Shift the weight into this right hand and then float left arm to the front. Reach the leg and the arm away from one another, and then gather the belly in and up, nice and strong through the, right? Find some ease, find some softness. Keep the right leg lifted. Take the left hand down to the floor. Now the left hand can walk out to the side a little bit to give you some space if you need. Now start to come onto those right fingertips. Firm the left hip in. Now open that right hip and your toes are gonna turn out. So opening the right hip, take the right hand to the right hip. So kind of a modified half moon here, right? Kind of. If it feels good, maybe reach the right arm up to the sky, nice neat line between the hands. Turn the biceps forward, strong through this top leg, right? Quads are engaged, breathe. If it feels okay, maybe bend the right knee, reach the right hand back, catch the foot, shoulder blades firm in, lengthen through that right inner thigh, inner knee. Breathe in. Long exhale. Good release. And then hand and foot down to the floor. Step the left hand back in if it's out to the side. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. From hands and knees. Right, slide the left toes back behind you. And then just give a little press into that left heel. Whew. And you can give a little bounce. And then you can just pause, press into the hands, reach that heel back. Breathe into the back of that left lower leg. And then slowly shift it forward a little bit until the hip is over the knee. From here, float the left leg up. Again, just to the height of the hip, left inner thigh turns up. Belly is strong, press into the hands, chest is moving forward. All right, reach through that left heel, shift the weight into the left hand, float the right arm. And then reach, reach, reach. And then belly zips in and up. From here, right hand can come down to the floor. Start to come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Firm the right hip in, open the left hip up, let the left hand find the hip. And reach through the left leg. And maybe start to reach the left arm up to the sky. Turn the biceps forward. Keep drawing these little frontal hip bones up, right? Nice and strong. Maybe we stay here. Maybe we bend the top knee, reach the left hand back, head to the foot, shoulder blades form into the upper back, and then left inner thigh, inner knee reaches away. One more breath. Slowly release. Back down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. Take the knees together. Thighs, knees together. Sit the hips back and down onto the heels, belly on the thighs. Curl yourself down to a little ball. Breathe down deep into the low belly. 3 breaths. Up again. And make our way into our down dog from here. Right? So toes curled under, walking the hands forward a little bit. So wrists just beyond the shoulders and spread the fingers out wide. Big foundation here in the hand. Press down a little bit more to the base of the index and thumb. Turn your biceps up. From the low belly, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal the heels. Swap it out. Step the feet a little bit closer to the hands and a little bit wider. Take a twist from here. Press down into the left hand. Reach the right arm across underneath the body. Take a hold of that outer left lower leg and churn. Back to center. Over to the other side. Press down into the right hand. Take the left arm across the body underneath. Turn. Take a hold of that lower leg. Breathe. Back to center. From here, walk the hands back towards the feet can stay wide. Give a nice bend to your knees, and then let the upper body just spill down. A little sway from side to side. And hold on to the arms. From here, take the hands to the low back. So you can use a strap or you can interlace the fingers. So you're gonna start to move the interlace of the hands to the sky and then drop the head down. And slowly release the arms. Inhale, take the fingertips to the shins or the floor, heart forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. Keep a generous bend to your knee. Roll yourself up. From here, take the feet about hips width distance apart. Roll your shoulders down. Spread the toes wide. Feel the four corners of the feet. Feel the inner arch of the foot pick up a little bit. Outer ankles hug in, slight soft little bend to the knees, and our inner thighs turn back. Then from here, feel the frontal hip bones lift. Low back can lengthen, tailbone can drop down. Softening the ribs down towards the hips, so slightly closing off the space. Relax the shoulders, feel the heart space lifting. Right, from here, inhale, reach the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips can find the shins or the floor, heart forward. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms out in a big end. Breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. From here, get a little bit of length. Cross the right foot in front of the left foot. So just cross the shins. Inhale, get a little bit of length. Exhale, fold. Breathe down that right hip. Breathe down the left hip, left leg. And then walk the hands over to one side. And then over to the other side. Back to center. Uncross the legs. And then onto the second side. Cross the other leg in front. Inhale, get long. Exhale to fold. Walk the hands over to the side. And to the other side. And then back to center. Uncross the legs. Take the feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, half lift. Good. From here, step the left leg back. Drop the left knee down to the floor. Draw the right hip in. We can keep the left toes curled under in a little slightly shorter stance in the legs here. Draw the right hip in. And then from here, just press yourself up on, hands up onto this thigh, right? So inner thighs draw towards one another here. Get a little bit longer. Feel the low belly start to pick up. Strong through the right heel and foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Take a hold of the right hand. A little lean over to the right. Take a hold of the left hand, left wrist rather, a little lean over to the other side. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. From here, step it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift once again. From here, step the right leg back. Drop the right knee down to the floor. All right, keep those back toes curled under, slightly shorter stance with the legs. Draw the left hip in. And then from here, press yourself up onto that left thigh with the hands. Draw the left hip back and in. Inner thighs draw towards one another, strong belly. Inhale, reach the arms up. Same thing here, taking a hold of the left wrist, give a little lean over to the side. Back up. And then over to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. This time, frame the left foot, press the right thigh up. Step the left foot back, plank. Drop the knees to the floor. Keep the toes curled under. Rock the chest forward. Keep the hips high. Exhale. Knees, chest, chin. Good. Inhale, slide it forward. Bhujangasana, low cobra. Firm the upper arms in wide and across the chest. Shoulder blades firm into the upper back. Press down into the tops of the feet. All right, breathe here. Good. Curl the toes under. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, again, inhale, reach it out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the left foot back once again. Stay on the toes this time. Take the left hand down to the floor or a block to support you. And then reach the right arm up to the sky. So right knee over the right ankle. Left thigh is nice and strong. Find the twist. And again, turn the upper inner arms forward. Shoulder blades firm to the upper back. The head can turn up past the hand or it can stay looking forward, even down at the floor. Now press down into that standing hand, into the left hand. And breathe. Right hand to the floor. From here, plant both hands, step it back, plank. Knees up or down. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back down. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, second side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. This time, step the right foot back. Right knee stays lifted. Left knee over the left ankle. High lunge. Right hand comes down to a block or the floor. Draw the left hip in. Strong through that right leg. Sweep the left arm up to the side. Breathe. All right, turning the chest up. Breathe here. Slowly take the left hand down to the floor. Step the left foot back, plank. Knees up or down here. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees once again. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it. From here, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, sun salutation B from here. Feet about hips width distance apart, or feet can be together, right? Whatever's better for your low back. Start to shift the weight into the heels of the feet. Bend the knees, sit it low, sweep the arms forward and up. Inhale, reach up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Knees up or down. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg to the height of the hip. Exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot between the hands. Good. Angle the back foot down, line the feet up, heel to heel or wider. Draw this right hip in, anchor through the back foot, and then inhale to rise. Good. Now right hip draws back, left hip forward. Press that left thigh back, inhale, reach the arms up. Hold here. Find a little bit more space today, right? Lift through the shoulder blades, lift through the chest, maybe the gaze can lift. Breathe. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back, plank pose. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, over the toes. Exhale, down. Inhale, float left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot between the hands. Right heel down, anchor through the back leg. Lining our feet up, front heel to back arch, firm the left hip in. Inhale, rise. Good. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back. Vinyasa. Five breaths and down dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Utkatasana, chair pose. All the way to standing. Arms by the sides. All right, take the hands to the hips. Tree pose. From here, shift the weight into the left leg. Bend the right knee. Externally rotate the right leg. Toes, ball of the foot can stay on the floor. Now firm this left hip in. Find something to focus on that is not moving. Now, left knee is open out to the side, right knee. External rotation in this hip and thigh. And then we're gonna take the foot to the lower leg. So maybe you stay here, right? Maybe if it works for you, the foot can come above the knee. So above or below the knee. Strong belly. Hands to the heart. Hold here. Release the arms down. Take the knee forward. Set the foot on the floor. Hands to the hips once again. Shift the weight now into the opposite foot. Bend the left knee. Externally rotate the leg. Pause on the toes, on the ball of the foot for a moment. Firm this hip in. Take the foot to the lower leg. Pause here. Hold. Okay. From here, maybe the foot makes its way to the inner thigh. Maybe the hands find the heart. Release. Ooh. Take the knee forward, foot to the floor. Alrighty. So from here, if you have blocks, you can use them. If you don't have them, no worries. Let's take the feet about hips width distance apart. If you have blocks, they're gonna set on either side of the feet. If you don't, no worries. We're gonna take the hands to the hips and then step our left foot back. So a little bit shorter distance, I'd say, than our warrior one that we did earlier, but kind of close to it, right? Shorter than warrior two, but not so short that, you're like barely step back. But feel it out for your own body. Give yourself some space. So heel to heel aligned, not on a tightrope, right? Hands on the hips, draw this right hip back, left hip forward. Now notice there's a dumping in the low back. So draw the low belly in and up, lengthen through the low back. You may notice here that this back leg gets a little bit weaker. Press through the back thigh, right? Good. From here, widen across the chest, breathe in. Exhale, keep drawing this right hip back, 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 back. Anchor through the back foot as we fold. So maybe the hands come to blocks, right? Your hands can also come to the floor. It's fine. Good. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe everything into the back of this right leg, right? It's working. Good. If you're working blocks, maybe play around with taking them down. Right? Hold here. Breathe. What we're interested in here is a long spine, right? So not this. Okay. I'd rather see all the way up, hips nice and even, lengthen the spine, than forehead to the knee, but falling apart everywhere else, right? Inhale. Good. Come all the way back up. Now keep the right hand on the right hip. Draw the right hip back. Inhale, reach the left arm up. As we exhale, we're gonna sweep that left arm across the body. Keep anchoring through that back leg, back heel. Right hip keeps drawing back, twisting over into our Vritta Trikonasana, twisting triangle. So your hand can find the floor on the inside or outside of the foot, can find a block or the floor, right? Whatever works best for you. Turn, 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 turn. Beautiful. And then release. Again, come all the way back up. Use your feet here to lift and then step it forward. Okay, on to our second side. Again, use blocks if you want. Don't use blocks if you don't want, or if you don't have them, it doesn't matter. It's the pandemic. Nothing matters anymore. Hands to the hips. Feet about hips with distance apart. Right? Give yourself a little bit of space so you don't feel like you're real wobbly. Step the right foot back. So again, heel to heel or a little bit wider. I like it a little bit wider. Left hip back, right hip forward, frontal hip bones lift. Inhale. Now again, notice, right, if we're just living the dream here and we're not worried about anything, it dumps into the low back, the low belly spills out, the back leg kind of gives out. So we really want to zip it up here. So low belly lifts, left hip draws back, and then press through the back heel, strong through the back thigh. Inhale to lift. Exhale to hinge at the hips. Keep the left hip moving back, 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 back. And then find your blocks, maybe the floor, right? Breathe here. Try not to lose the connection in this back leg. Really strong. Left hip back, right hip forward. Inner thighs drawing together. This will let you get a little bit more length in the spine. And then maybe you can fold a little bit more, but like you know your edge, right? You know your body. Inhale, coming back up. Anchor through the back leg. Use the feet, use the hips. Okay, left hand to the left hip, coming into our twisting triangle. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, right? Get some length. Use this left hand on the left hip to help guide the left hip back. As we sweep this right arm over and across, you're gonna get long. And then find the block or the foot. Again, inside or outside of the foot is fine, right? It's been a while since we've done this guy. Good. Breathe. Again, length, 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 strong through the leg. Should feel like every freaking part of your body is working here, right? One more. Slowly. Center. All the way back up. Step the back foot forward. Good. Feet about hips width distance apart once again. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Yeah, inhale, lengthen. Wrap index, middle finger, thumb around the big toe. Bend the knees, exhale, fold it in. Bend the elbows out to the side. Shoulders away from the ears, start to lift the hips as the crown of the head seeks the floor. Inhale, heart forward. From here, plant the hands. Step it back. Plank. Inhale. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. We're close to it. Exhale, down dog. Child's pose from here, knees together. Sit back onto the heels, belly onto the thighs. 5 breaths. Slowly bring yourself up. Come into a pigeon pose from here. So you may want the support of a blanket or towel or whatever underneath your right hip. So have it close by off to the side if you need it. We're going to start in a downward facing dog. Inhale, hips up and back. Sorry, exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to the right wrist. Set the shin down. And then you're going to use these little left toes here to help scoot you back a little bit. Right? Maybe use something under the right hip to support you. Uncurl the back toes. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Slowly start to press yourself back up. Curl your back toes under, lift This right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. And set the right foot down. Onto our second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee towards the left wrist. Use the right toes, scoot your hips back. Right, left hip back, right hip forward, inhale. Exhale, fold. Slowly start to press yourself back. Curl the right toes under. Lift the left hip up and back. Take the knees down to the floor. And then let's make our way onto the back knees. Hug the knees into the chest. Move the hips over to the right side of the mat. Hug both knees into the chest. And exhale, knees to the left. Slowly come back to center. Shift the hips over to the left. Draw the knees in and exhale. Legs to the right. Back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And release. Shavasana. Really deepen the flow of your breath. Give a little wiggle to your fingers and toes. As we inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Reach one arm up and overhead. Gently roll to the side. And slowly, mindfully press yourself into a comfortable seated position. Allow our hands to come and rest at the heart space, Anjali Mudra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to this happiness and freedom. Om peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Good job.
And thank you, Jen.
You're welcome. Good job. I'll see you Wednesday.